Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Norgon 111, and welcome back to Void Stranger. Since last time, I spent some time fooling around with this puzzle, and I've at least made some progress. What I managed to do was, if I move this one over and up, so that this guy is now in a 3 cycle, this one over here, which also allows me to fly diagonally across here, which may or may not be useful, then this one, with this guy in a 3 cycle, is possible to move down and left and down and left to connect things down here. And then this one, it is possible to move over and down and right so that there's a passageway across here where there are no leeches, and then a potential walkway down here to the exit. The problem I ran into when I was doing this on my own was the bottom 2 rows of leeches. This guy going back and forth here in the 6 area, and these guys going and guarding the bottom row ended up out of sync, and there was no way for me and my shadow follower to walk this path. And so I think if I want to improve that, what I need to do is work very carefully on the timing of when the statue moves over relative to the timing of this particular snake. I want both these guys and these guys to be near the right-hand edge at the same time, which implies that there will be some cycle in the future where it'll be near the right-hand edge, and hopefully I can time that with when I'm going through here so that they'll be over here when I'm trying to pass this last bit. So that's the big picture. It's easy to make a mistake and screw up, but let's just try to walk through it. This guy does need to go to the right, but then he also needs to go up. And I don't think much of anything in the timing there matters much yet. Then I need to find a way to get over here, and then I'm going to need a wall bump to get out of sync with the guy above me. And can I squeeze in here? I cannot. Okay, so I've already killed myself. So the next thing I want to do is push that one over to the left. But those first few moves are actually really easy to execute, so let's just do it. So if I do this, actually... No, I have to do this to get away. Gotta get away. What is the easiest way to sneak behind this guy and have time? I guess I want to bump the wall first. If I'm in the wrong parity to be sneaking behind this guy, then I should go ahead and take a wall bump while I'm in relative safety. And actually, while I'm saying that, I realize that there's the opportunity. I'm going to need to move this statue down and left anyway. So there's the downward move. Here's a wall bump I need, but I'm going to take 2 more. So I'm also on the correct parity, and let's go ahead and get that built. And so now, let's look for an opportune moment, if there is one. Yeah, right now the snake below me and the snake below him are kind of in a bad sync. Here we go. I can use wings to fly over here. If I go up, he'll still be... Okay, I need another wall bump, but I have it. So now I can sneak behind you and push this over. Okay. This part is all good so far. And actually, right now, these guys are in a good sync. So, if... It's going to take a lot of pushes to get this over here. But if we were in a sync like this, one can imagine me and my shadow going over here, going over here. This guy is kind of an unfortunate timing with these. But they're in a 3 cycle, and this guy's on a 6 cycle. But these guys... What is the cycle of these guys, actually? Let's find that out. Okay. So they are currently left and left. How long does it take for them to repeat that cycle? I'm curious. Only that long. Was that? I forgot to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is 12. Okay. So it's a multiple of 6. It's a multiple of 3. So these guys are all going to stay in the same cycle until I start pushing the statue in front of them and potentially bumping them around. And so that's what I need to be careful with. Alright, but I think those are the essential elements to think about. Now I just have to be very careful and not kill myself, which I've done many times. Alright, so no killing self. So this does need to go north, but I can't kill the leech. Okay, so that's gone north. And if I get behind it, it needs to go at least one to the right. Yes, this is fine. And now I can wait patiently. It needs to go more to the right. And it can go more to the right. And I don't have enough time right now. I need to get as much time as possible to push this to the south. So here's a great opportunity to push it to the south and give this leech time to clear out. Now I want to keep pushing it to the south, and it's going to disrupt all of these cycles. But I don't know how to reason about anything, and so I'm just going to take an opportunity to push it to the south. Now I'm in nice safe space. This guy's now on a 2 cycle rather than a 3 cycle. Here's an opportunity to push it down again. So I'm going to take that. And here's an opportunity to push it down again. And could I also push it to the left? 1, 2, 3, 4... No, there's no way I have 4 time right now. So now we need to wait, and unfortunately it's going to bump these guys a little bit. Again, the important thing is that this guy and these guys are both near the right-hand side at the same time. So, where is my spot? Where is my opportunity? It would be nice when this guy has just gone this way to possibly either come from here or to come from here. So like here, this looks like a good spot. And they're all to the right, so this looks good. I need to find safety. It did not occur to me that I am in imminent danger. I can get safety on the left-hand side. Crap. I was like, if I'm off by 1, I'll bump the wall 1 and I'll be fine. But look, I've killed myself. There's no escape from this, right? Yeah. Rats. Okay, so I think I set up something that would work there, but in the act of setting it up, I killed myself. So I need to think about... I'm going to have these 2 snakes chasing me. I really need a way back up. Okay, so I will try to repeat all of those steps. Okay, I managed to do it and escape this time. So I'm going to get to safety up here. And now let's just watch the cycles. Once I push this up, it's pretty easy for me to go up here and take wall bumps as much as I need. So, and it'll be easy to get past this guy. He's in a 4 cycle, which is not a 3 or a 6 cycle, which are the main worries. And so it should be easy for me to get in here with any kind of timing. And so the most important thing is to look for an opportunity to be able to walk down here while both of these guys are to the south. Does that exist? It does. So I think I should be able to solve the puzzle from here. Okay. I think everything is ready to go. Let's hope everything's ready to go. Okay. So now I need to find when these guys are going to be here, and then count the right number of moves for me to be able to go over here. So, what's the right way to do this? Let's see how long this cycle is right now. It's easiest to count when they're at an edge. They're both facing to the left at the bottom left edge, these two guys. How many times do I have to go to get them back in that state? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think it was 21. Hold on. Now they're both together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's 20, actually. Okay. And yeah, it should be 20. Okay. So 20. But I want them on the right, and then how much lead time does it take before I'm getting down here? So it's going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps to get here. 7, 8, 9 steps to get here. So if it's going to take me 9 steps to get here, then when they're both at the left edge, I couldn't be going down now, but for example, I could be going down now. Like now might actually be a good time. So now is a good time with this guy. It takes me 6 steps to get here. In 6 steps, this guy will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With him there facing right, I will be able to get past him. This guy, it's going to be 7 steps before I'm right in front of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fine. These guys, it'll be 8 steps before I'm right there. This farthest guy is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is the right time to go. I think we maybe have it. Let's hope I'm correct. I did it. Okay. That took a bit of reasoning off camera to even put together a way to make a solution. I wonder if there's still more than one solution. That was the only one I was able to find. This was a very tough puzzle in my opinion, but I enjoyed it. Alright. So, what am I looking at? There's a rock and 3 ad statues. Let's talk to the rock because we don't understand the puzzle yet. Before you can leave, get rid of the ice. Was it ever canonically called ice or glass? I guess there was a room. Remove strange smiles surround you or whatever. I thought it was remove all the glass, and this time it's remove all the ice. Is it ice or glass? I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I just wonder if it's inconsistent or if I'm misremembering. The developers, you've got jokes. System Erasure, you've got jokes. You're so funny. Or was it glass? Don't ask how I know. Alright, so the developers never decided if it was ice or glass. I like that. That's great. Okay. Is the exit underneath? No, he's on glass. I'm on glass. Where's the exit? It's at the very top. Okay. The little semicolons are showing me. Oh, why? I need to keep Smiley McSmilerton alive? No, wait, hold on. That's useful, but only so useful. I need to keep Smiley McSmilerton alive. He's conveniently positioned in such a place that I can cover most of the glass without him ever seeing me. But eventually, he needs to be standing on a pressure plate. And I need to have eliminated all of the glass. He can help me eliminate some of the glass. What do I think the end of this puzzle looks like? The glass must have already been eliminated for the add statues to disappear. Actually, there's something I need to know right now, which is if I hold the button right here, do the left and right add statues disappear by any chance? And the answer seems to be no. I want to talk to them as well, just to triple check. I'm holding the button now. And it appears that they do not. So I'm unclear why the left and right add statues exist. Is there a reason for their existence? Not that I can come up with. Also, if I face north and talk to this chest, it's empty. It does not reface me south. So if I want to pick up the pressure plate, there's only a couple ways that I'll really have the opportunity to do so. Are there any other considerations? You are standing on glass, correct? Yes, you are. And where do I imagine I can never move the smile north or south until it's already moved east or west. It's just kind of a straightforward observation to make. So, I was starting to say, how do I think this puzzle's going to end? This must have already been destroyed, because if I try to step on here as my last tile, the add statue will still be here and I won't be able to go north. So this tile is already destroyed, so I'm flying as I approach here. So one of these three were here. Furthermore, it's already the case as I'm moving here that this guy is probably on a pressure plate. So maybe a good way to think about this at the start is there a way that I could isolate the smile on a pressure plate? Where the pressure plate already is actually a nice spot. If I had already cleared out kind of the roughly lower right area of glass, which is non-trivial if I'm going to try to walk the smile there. But then if he were sitting there, he wouldn't have a line of sight to me this way or this way, which means I'd be able to walk through the rest of the puzzle and clear out the rest of the glass. And so that feels pretty good. And so if I'm not moving the pressure plate, which seems reasonable, then I presume I will want this. And let's just not think too hard about it and just try to clear out glass on this side and walk the smile over. Oh, that's easier said than done. Let's witness the problems with trying to walk the smile over. Alright, how am I going to get him south? I could use this, which is not bad. I don't know how I'm going to get that one piece of glass I've left behind, but let's not worry about that. Also, okay, I just killed him. Alright. Right. I would have had to come from the south. Okay, so I managed to drag him over here. I gave him a piece, but then I'd have to go around the very outside to drag him to the south. And then I would not have a way to drag him back to the right. So that didn't work, so let me try a different strategy that's, we'll call it a slight modification. Ooh, I'm having other thoughts. Amazing, I know. I want to... I'm not sure what I want to do. But I'm going to do this again and think a little bit harder at some point. Oops, I broke the glass behind me. Alright, that was a dumb thing to do. Right. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. I am going to bring him all the way to here. We'll push on this a couple times until I'm like certain that it's not going to work, and then we'll try something else. I don't know how I'm getting back anywhere. Don't worry about it. I'm about to break one of the pieces of glass that he needs, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, this is a problem I had before. How would I then get him south? Do I need to do it in 3 steps, like where he goes east and then south and then east again? I can bump the walls as ways to get him to move once more. But I can't put this glass in front of him in time. And even if I did, I'd be super trapped over here. So let's just quickly, while I just said it, experiment with the idea of... It's very hard to bring him east and south and east. It's very hard to do anything. Yeah, maybe I didn't want to kill all these. Hold on. Suppose I'm trying to do the east-southeast thing. You've moved east some. Great. Quit moving east. It's time to move south. And... yeah, how am I going to plug the hole that you're going to walk across? Could I have plugged it earlier? Could I have left this glass tile? And instead... yes, okay, here's a different thing that I could have done. Hold on. Ideas in my brain. Take advantage of them while they're there. What if I do this? This looks interesting. How far do I want to walk you? Let's imagine here so that I still have some pathway remaining. Oh, but now I need to get south of you. Which I can no longer do without breaking all of your important tiles. Okay. So at some point, if you're just dragging, you know, following some kind of Z pattern to get from here to here, we're still working under the assumption of never moving the pressure plate. If you're doing that, at some point I need to get right of you. Then at some point again, I need to get below you. And then at some point again, I need to get to the right of you. That's a big ask. However, one thing I am witnessing is in the process of doing this, I could have destroyed all of the tiles on the right-hand side. So now one thing that I am wondering is if this pressure plate were 1 to the left of where it is, I would only need to move you right and down. Although I still don't know how I'm going to do that. Okay, let me stand back and look at this for a minute. I just had another important insight, which is that the pressure plate is also a white tile, which means I can somewhat fly around with impunity just using the pressure plate and this, and it'll be relatively easy to relocate the pressure plate. And that might be the overall strategy that I ought to be pursuing. And so just continuing to play around with that for a moment. Let's just get you down some... oh, did I kill myself? Not entirely. Very close to it, though. But yeah, just on camera, let's get a feel for what it's like. I can't pick up the I'm going to kill you now in the act of trying to pass you. Okay, so this is an important insight. Now, walking past him while I'm doing these flying maneuvers requires him to, if he has line of sight on me, do a lot more moves. So... It's almost like I want to just get the smile hidden in some corner that I can revisit at the last moment and still have a mostly walking path back to the exits. Something along those lines. For demonstration purposes, I've at least found a way to break all the glass. It's going to kill me as well. And I won't actually see the final bit of glass being broken. But I think I know what I did there. It's also a little bit rude that you're covering up the wand, and so it's like, do I still have a piece of tile in my wand right now? But here's what I did. It's actually not that difficult. I haven't moved the pressure plate, and so that's still kind of like an unsolved portion of the puzzle. And I'm still just carrying around this block and never placing it anywhere. But I'm capable of doing this. And then if I come up here, he's still sitting on one piece of glass, and so this time, in order to actually break the glass, I could do this. And so now we can actually witness that there's white tiles on the left and right that I don't think I can ever do anything with. And... yeah, but unfortunately he's dead. There's no way to put the rock in the pressure plate, right? Yeah, the rock is just trapped down there. But I did manage to get rid of all the glass, and so that part is actually pretty easy. And after walking him around there, I never used the white tile. So if I could have dropped it off somewhere and then somehow also made where he ended up, like, be the pressure plate, that would be pretty great. So let me keep futzing with that for a minute. This is even more promising. I just placed the white tile there, and that's where the pressure plate originally was. Other than not breaking one thing, I might not need to pick up anything. Except for that's not the pressure plate, right? I was like, if the pressure plate was here. So could I just pick up the pressure plate and put it there and break that block somewhere along the way? That seems actually plausible. Maybe I do not push the rock. Okay, let's try this together. So I need to find a way to pick up this pressure plate and also break all these tiles. I'm not sure if that's possible right now. I picked up the pressure plate. Can I still break all the tiles? Maybe. I think I'm leaving one behind. No, I've got a more serious problem. The pressure plate was my means to get back to this block where I just died. Could I have picked up the pressure plate at any other moment? Not easily. Maybe easily. What if I do this? But again, that was my route back. I think I can do things differently, though. I think I could do things differently, though. An idea is kind of forming in my head. That's something along the lines of I didn't need to bring him as far to the right as I did before, so let's not bring him as far to the right as I did before, except for now I've already broken too many of these to reach back across. Okay. So, let's try that again. I have to go this far to pick this up. So I have to leave more of this glass. Okay, I think I see what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to drag him here. I'm going to clear out all this glass. Then I'm going to continue clearing out all this glass in my usual way. Then I'm going to drop him here. I forgot to kill the glass tile to my right, So let's ignore that little bit for right now. This is pretty close to being it. In fact... I had to step here. Okay, so I left a piece of glass here that was a problem. And I left a piece of glass here that was a problem. But otherwise that would have worked. Can I kill this piece and this piece somehow? That's my new task. Okay, so... Step 1, pick up the pressure plate. Step 2, bring him over the correct number of tiles. Which is one more than this. There we go, the correct number of tiles. And I broke the tile I was trying to break. Now clear all this out. Now clear all this out. I need to clear the tile to the north of me, so I need to take a different path. No, which tile do I need to clear? Yes, it is this one. It looks like he doesn't have a path, but that's because I'm about to give him the pressure plate. He needs to move one more to the left. This is so cool if this works. I think it works. I think we got it. Boom! The exit is open, and I'm through. Okay, that was really cool! That was a very satisfying solution. It was a very open-ended puzzle, and I like the reasoning that I applied. I was not off camera for very long in any of the edit cuts there. Okay, great. We had the opportunity to change the music. What am I in the mood for today? Let's use this one, where Gray is floating in outer space in the final domain. Alright, and let's talk to the rock. I'm sure you guessed it already, but don't lay your finger on those maggots. Yeah, it was just once you said that. No matter how tempting it may feel, don't ask how I know. Interesting. So we've had a puzzle where we don't touch the leeches. We've had a puzzle where we don't touch the maggots. Are we going to have a puzzle where you don't touch the lazy eyes is not as interesting. I was going to just wonder if it was going to involve all the traders. There's... What am I doing? I have to push this button. Where's the exit? I'm standing on the exit. There are 4 Lev statues, so I could pick up, put down, pick up. Alright. There's these add statues, which we need to find out if they're going to go away. So if I hold the button here, counting to 6, the add statues are not going away. The ad statues in this room and in the leeches room are just bespoke in terms of they will all disappear if I do lay a finger on the maggots. Oh, I just changed the music again. Gosh darn it, I didn't want to do that. Okay, it's now like a half an hour later for Brian because the mowers next door were mowing the lawn right outside my window and it was loud. So if I kill any of the maggots, all the ad statues disappear, and that means nothing can hold down the pressure plate. So I did at least look and think about this a little bit in the intervening time. And it seems to me, since I can pick up, put down, pick up, I need to get one of these guys staggered so that he's like out of sync with the others. And then another one I can just permanently pin like out of the way, and that's gonna be the gist of it. And so without thinking too hard about it, let's just try to accomplish those steps. So I could pick up, and then I guess I want to put down, that's not a good stagger now, this is good, yeah. So if I put down here, and then I want to pin one of these guys against the wall. I'm not pinning him against the wall. Yeah, I should have done that a little bit differently. Okay. So, let's wait for you. Let's pick up... Actually, I could pick up this... No, I can't pick up this tile, because then you kill me. Okay. So let's pick up this tile. Go here. I have to refill this. So is there a better time to refill it? If I refill it now, you will just... Oh, I can use a tempo against this wall, which I think will get me a little bit more bang for my buck. Yeah, this is good. Because if I refill now, then I can be right behind these guys. And then... I think I have enough steps. Suppose I do this. I can pin you completely against the wall, which seems good. Do I have enough steps to get over here? I do not. So that was not far enough in terms of columns. Okay. So I should be to the south rather than to the north. That just occurred to me. So what I should do is wait for these guys to be moving to the north and then stay on the south side, since I need to eventually be on the south side. And that will also give me a couple steps of advantage that I'm not taking advantage of now. And I decided I do want to bump the wall. And then when you're just turned around, this seems like a good time to go. And so if I just pin you here, which isn't nearly as pinned, but if I do that, I can't, I'm taking my left hand off of the keyboard, because I can't keyboard anymore. And then if I go up, I'll be with you, and I'd prefer to be one behind you, so I'm going to bump. Push this. That was not nearly enough. And I couldn't have just, like, followed the statue into the corner. So... So it seems like this column is insufficient for me to do the next bit. So it seems like I have to get all the way to this column. Let's leave my mouse cursor in that column with void memory. How am I going to get that far? Doesn't seem likely. Am I doing anything dumb at the beginning? I don't think I am. Yeah, because if I move to the right any farther, I cannot pick up a tile and not die. So this seems like the best start. I'm going to bump the wall. And let's not even worry too much about, like, how far in or out of sync you are, because I'm not getting that far. Oh, I do need to not think about that and instead think about going to the right at the correct moment, which is right now. So if I place now I can get as far to the right as possible. So can I get all the way into... Yes and no. I mean, let's do this just to see how it goes, but that seems like an awful spot to leave that hole. But we'll try it. Alright, well I made it that far, but I don't have any shielding. It seems like I needed the hole to really be like at least here. Because then I'd be able to bump the wall while these guys walk by, and then hopefully find an opening to get through here. Like, it doesn't seem like this one's gonna be too bad, it's just a matter of finding the magic set of steps that make it happen. That's how it feels to me. Oh! I was just trying to take a stutter against the wall. It did not occur to me that I can create space here, which allows me and my shadow to have a little refuge, potentially, and also allows me to offset these guys without using my wand. Ah, that's what I'm missing. Okay, let's start playing with that. Important to remember that the hotbar can be a puzzle element. So, for example, suppose I do this and wait. Now there's a new offset that has been created. So I can use that as a temporary kind of stutter step place. Let's go ahead and place this down again, because I am going to need to open up a hole somewhere. I can do it here. Could I do it in the next one? I can even do it in the next one. But I'll be on the wrong side. So let's actually... Yeah, I could do this. Okay, that looks pretty exciting. This looks pretty exciting. So from here... from here... The problem is still getting through this area because I didn't push this down. Well, this still would not be enough room. Like, this guy's coming toward me either way. Okay, but this puzzle got much more interesting. And possible. There's no way for me to actually get into the HUD and walk around there, because there's always going to be a Lev statue to my south. Alright, let's just kind of try stuff. So if I do this, and try to go, go, go... if I go left, 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 you'll be down there. Yeah, I could go left, left, left. This might be working. I can't go left another one right now. Okay, so this guy's offset was bad, but otherwise I think that would have worked. And so I pushed down these two statues. Okay, I think I know what I did. That statue's idols. Okay, so did this. Walked over here. Pushed this guy down. Did some waiting, but also didn't have this guy out of sync correctly. This seems more out of sync, so this would be a better time to drop it off, but I also... that would get them mostly in sync. Well, yeah, that would get them mostly in sync. And does that cycle happen again here? It's a little bit different now. This is actually a good time to try to go. So let's try to go now. I have to wait for this guy so that I can hang out over here for a second. And then I could do that. That feels pretty good at the moment. That feels pretty good at the moment. And so if I try to do the same run around, it might work. There's a danger that these 5 have gotten in sync, and so I need to do some waiting for these guys to get back out of sync. And then pick my moment. So let's do like 2 cycles of the middle guy. Okay, I think now I can get ready to pick my moment. And my moment is now, I think. And so now I can't make a run for it here. I should have moved down one so that I'd have one more turn. I'm still okay. Now I'm not okay. I can tempo here, but now I'm dead. Okay, that was not the greatest moment. I should have looked at the ways that this column was syncing up with this column. Alright, I'm just going to try this a few times. I don't think there's much more to say, and I think eventually I'm going to get it. Okay, finally got there. I had to try a number of things, but I finally got there. This is reminiscent of one of the most hated rooms in the regular game. But in any case, we've reached the end of an episode, so that's future Brian's problem. I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon. For now, bye-bye.